The Bible talks a lot about demons. While Jesus was here on earth, much of his time was spent casting them out. And since movies and shows today can depict demons in very inaccurate ways, I do need to say this: demons are real. And the Bible tells us everything we need to know about them. So whether you're curious to know or possibly fearful about the reality of them, here are 7 facts about demons. Fact number 1: demons are angels that are doomed for hell. Matthew chapter 25, verse 41. Then he will also say to those on the left hand, "Depart from me, you cursed, into the everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels." In this passage, Jesus was explaining that God will separate his people from everyone else and will tell certain people to depart from him and for them to go to eternal fire that was made for the devil and his angels. So just in case you didn't know, demons are in fact angels, but are in a fallen state. Pay attention to Revelation chapter 12, verse 4 that reads, "His tail drew 1/3 of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth." Now there's a belief in Christianity that Satan, or the devil, persuaded 1/3 of all the angels to rebel against God. And this passage in Revelation is where we get that belief. Because here it talks about a dragon, who was a symbol of the devil, and with his tail took 1/3 of the stars. And many believe these stars to be a metaphor of God's angels. And these angels who made the decision to follow Satan are called demons. Look at 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4 that says, "For God did not spare even the angels who sinned. He threw them into hell, in gloomy pits of darkness, where they are being held until the day of judgment." So to close this point, bear in mind that demons are angels who sinned, and there will be a time in which they will all be cast into hell. Fact number 2, demons have different classes. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." In this passage, Paul explains that Christians don't fight against physical enemies, but instead fight against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual hosts of wickedness. And have you ever stopped and considered why this passage doesn't just say demons? And the reason is because there's enough of a difference between demons that they deserve different titles. Now, I don't know the exact differences between a ruler of darkness and a spiritual host of wickedness, but I do know that there are probably characteristics that make them unique. And it makes sense too, because holy angels also have classes. There's cherubs, seraphs, archangels, and the 4 living creatures that dwell in the throne room of God. And if you read carefully, you'll find that their physical appearances are different too. Fact number 3, demons seek to embody someone or something. Matthew chapter 12, verses 43 to 45. "When an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert, seeking rest but finding none. Then it says, 'I will return to the person I came from.' So it returns and finds its former home empty, swept, and in order. Then the spirit finds 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all enter the person and live there. And so that person is worse off than before. That will be the experience of this evil generation." In this passage, Jesus teaches us that there are times when an evil spirit, or a demon, will leave someone, but then return with even more demons, and that they'll all dwell within that person. So another fact about demons is that they desire to dwell within people, and in another passage we see that demons desired to enter into pigs. And there's another passage that tells us that the devil himself entered Judas Iscariot's body right before he betrayed Jesus. I should also note that it's possible for multiple demons to dwell within a single person. Fact number 4, demons seek to harm. Mark chapter 9, verse 22. "The spirit often throws him into the fire or into water, trying to kill him. Have mercy on us and help us if you can." In this passage, a father's explaining to Jesus what this evil spirit does to his son who's possessed. And he tells him that he causes the son to burn or drown himself. And if you read the Bible, you'll find that there's a reoccurring theme of demons causing their host to physically afflict themselves. So all that to say, once a demon indwells a person, their desire is to control that individual so that they hurt themselves. Fact number 5, demons cannot inhabit a Christian. 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. You are of God, little children, and have